Hi Gustavo, this video is for you in regards to the LED question that you had. I've installed LEDs in only one police car, and that's my state police car. I have the SP3, and this is a car. Both these I got when I was a kid, and it's quite a time-consuming process, so I haven't installed them into the other one as was the plan. But anyway, the LEDs that I got are made for AC voltage. They're made by Evans Designs, and I bought them through modeltrainsoftware.com. They're 7 to 19 volts AC/DC, and I bought one blue and one red. Now, this is the entire thing right here. The LED, the bridge rectifier, and then the wires on the end. So obviously I didn't need this entire length of wire for the smallest chassis. So I ended up cutting the wire and then shearing off the insulation, so that way I had bare wire again, and then splicing this, cutting and splicing the LED, so that way it had a much shorter length to get up to the lights. The size that I got were 3mm, so that way they fit inside the little hole of the lights here. Remember that LEDs only go one way, which means that you have to wire them correctly, otherwise they don't work. And when testing them, you want to make sure that you test them with low voltage to make sure that you wired it correctly. Otherwise, if you go to the track, you'll most likely, my experience has been, is that you blow it by having them wired the wrong way. Now, how I installed these, after I had all the wiring shortened and spliced, I used shrink tubing, blue and red, to color code it so that way I knew which light they go into. And then I took both ends of 1 lead of the red, 1 lead of the blue, and soldered it to the terminal there, and the other side as well. The bridge rectifiers I glued to a plate that I cut out of styrene plastic that is actually sitting on the differential itself. So you can see there's the differential, and I just created a square plate. I also glued some of the wires down to the magnet clip, so that way they would they wouldn't slide around on me. But I mean, this thing is totally. I made sure I had enough slack in the wiring, so that way I can remove the remove the armature and so forth. So, those are just things to consider when you are wiring these things, is that you do have to maintain them. And so here we go. You have the blue and red lights, and then put them into here, into the chassis or the body itself, and there we go. Now, if you're not real familiar with soldering, I got better at soldering just from practicing with these cars, and the solder that I use has a rosin core. It's a 40% tin, 60% lead, and then my soldering iron tip. Now it's kind of filled with solder right now, but I actually round out, make it concave, so that way it takes a ball, what I call a ball of solder. Then I can easily just drop it onto the wires or whatever I have. The other thing that I do as well is I number all of my chassis. So and I keep my chassis associated with a specific body. This way I can keep track of the maintenance and so forth. So like this here is number 7, and this one here is number 8. And again, it's just kind of my own system, and this helps me know if I made any major changes. I write them down and so forth. So hope this helps, and good luck with your light project.